Hi guys, I was tagged by Kyla from Miss Budget Beauty to do the 25 things you may not know about me tag. Same as her, I've got a lot of new followers since I did the get to know me tag. I think I did that about 6 months ago, so I think I've gained like 1,500 subscribers since then. So a couple of these people may know, but I thought I'd come up with some random ones rather than just like my height and stuff like that. Right, so first one is I hate cheese. And I mean hate cheese. And I've only ever met one other person that hates cheese like me, as in, oh, I cannot eat cheese. To me, it's like off milk. So you couldn't pay me to eat like a cube of cheese. Really, really hate it. It took me years to wean myself onto Philadelphia soft cheese, but no, I absolutely hate cheese and everyone thinks I'm a right freak for it. Okay, the second one is I'm 27. I will be 28 next April, which makes me very old for YouTube. So yeah, that makes me an Aries, so think of that what you will. I'm very stubborn. So yeah, I'm 27. I'm the youngest of 2 siblings. My sister is 30. No, she's not 30. My sister's 32. She's 33 next year. I live 5 minutes away from my parents. I can walk to their house I think I've walked to the house in 9 minutes if I'm walking fast, and I can drive to the house in 2 minutes, so yes, I still live close to my parents. I own my own house, in fact. Yeah, so this is my house, and that wall behind you will be gone well, hopefully in the next 6 weeks, so I can do things to my own house because this is my house and I own it with my boyfriend. Fiance, sorry. Next one. I am... People think this one's a bit weird. I'm marrying my only boyfriend that I've ever had. When I say my only boyfriend, I did have boyfriends when I was like, 14, 15. But you know the ones that you go out for like a week, you don't really talk to, you just text them for a week and then you break up. So they weren't proper boyfriends. So I'm marrying the first person I had a proper relationship with, and that's the same for him as well. He had like a girlfriend for a couple of months, but yeah, it's some people think it's romantic and sweet, some people think it's a bit weird, but yes, we've been together 9 years, and yeah. I've got what I want, so I don't need to find anything else. I didn't move to the UK until I was 11. My dad's in the army, in fact he just retired this year. So I lived in, where did I live? Northern Ireland, Cyprus and Germany just before I moved here. So that was fun because I moved here during Euro 96 where Germany versus England in the final. So let's just say I wasn't very popular when I moved here and I sounded very weird. Everyone thought I was German because I had like the poshest accent. It was blatantly German, weren't it? I don't get that. So they all thought I was German for quite a few years, no matter how many times I told them. My sister was born in Germany, but I weren't. So yeah, I didn't move until I was 11. I used to be in the Army Cadets in England, weirdly enough. I was in the Army Cadets for like 2 or 3 years. And I became a Lance Corporal just before I left because I ended up quitting to do my GCSEs, but I got best cadet at annual camp out of everyone, so I was quite impressed with that. Quite competitive. I have a degree. I got my degree about in 2007, so 5 years ago, in international business. I got a 2-1 at Sheffield Hallam University, and I absolutely loved it. I love learning stuff, especially business and things like that. The job I do now is I am a data officer, as the title is, but it's basically I do a lot of data analysing, sorry. I make pie charts, I do predictions, I do past data, and it sounds boring to people, but I love it because I'm a bit of a geek. I like making spreadsheets. I'm a bit of a geek like that, so that is what I do now. Weirdly enough, another fact, we're on fact number 11. It's a bit weird because you all know now that me and Miss Budget Beauty met this year, but we found out that the job that Kyla does now is the job that I did 4 years ago, and she works with the people that I used to work with, so she's sort of a 4-year later replacement of what I used to do. So even though we never met this year, we used to do the same job, so it's a bit weird. Number 12, bit of a random one. My longest celebrity obsession, you know, when you're younger and you want to marry Leonardo DiCaprio. I did want to marry Leonardo DiCaprio. I was obsessed with him for years. I had a Leonardo DiCaprio scrapbook. Which I'm gutted my mum got rid of. So I had a Leonardo DiCaprio scrapbook. So every time he was in a magazine, I cut his face out and stuck it on. It's a bit sad, but I was like, you know what, 13. So we were looking at a good 14, 15 years ago. I had every single film that he was ever in, I had on tape. And it's not like, pardon me, it's not like now where you can buy them on DVD. No, I used to every Sunday go through the TV guide and wait for a Leonardo DiCaprio film to come on and I used to stay up till even if it was 2 in the morning just to press record on the videotape. These were the days before recordable DVDs, and so I was quite impressed that I got all of them bar the one that he started when he was a kid. So Basketball Diaries, What's in Gilbert Grape, had all of those. I was obsessed with him. I even remember now his birthday's 11th of November 1974. Don't forget things like that. Okay, that takes me on to fact number 13. I have a freakish memory when it comes to dates and numbers and things like that. So Leonardo DiCaprio's birthday, I'll never forget. I remember everything. I have to tell my boyfriend when it's his dad's birthday, his mum's birthday. I just don't forget things like that. I know what years songs came out. I just don't forget numbers and dates. I think it's probably good that I'm a data officer because I remember numbers. So like when it comes to CDs and that, a song will come out and I'll be like, oh my god, I love that song. It was on Now 32, it's song 6 on side B. And I'd always do that every time Pop Quiz comes on it, because I just remember on CDs, I remember what order songs came in on compilation CDs. So it's a bit weird. I do have a bit of a weird memory when it comes to numbers and stuff. Oh, and like facts that you learn from school and university. So I always remember, it'd be different now, but I always remember there were 19 people per kilometre square in Brazil. Random facts. So I'm full of useless information. I'm good at pub quizzes though. Okay, my favourite band or person, you know, song person is Bon Jovi. I've been obsessed with Bon Jovi ever since I heard It's My Life. Came out when I was, what year? About 15 when it came out, and I just thought, oh my god, who is this? And then I looked them up, and then I heard Always and Bed of Roses, and that's it. I've been obsessed with Bon Jovi for like the last 15 years. My favourite band, and I have all their albums, and I always wanted to marry John Bon Jovi as well. He's still good looking for his age. Okay, so 15 celebrities that I've met. When we went to Barbados, I tagged with my mum and dad for the 25th anniversary because I was like 15, they couldn't leave me at home. And walking along the beach, we bumped into this guy. My dad's talking to him. My dad's like, "You look familiar," and it turned out it was the guy from Black Lace who sang Agadoo, you know, that Agadoo doo doo. It was him. We met him. So for all the 2 weeks, Dad kept calling him Agadoo because my dad's embarrassing like that. We also met Tom O'Connor on that holiday. He's like, no one younger than me will know him because I don't even know him. He used to present TV shows. Don't know, Tom O'Connor. And then I've also met Paul Daniels when I lived in Cyprus, and I met all the gladiators in Germany, and Shadow held me for a photo and Cobra kissed me on the cheek. Right, number 16. When I was at school, I was a real tomboy, proper tomboy. My hair was always tied up back in a ponytail. I used to wear baggy polo shirts, tracky bottoms or jeans. I moved on to jeans in sixth form. It was like tracky bottoms, trainers, baggy top. Same as Miss Budget Beauty, I was known as a sweaty. Not because we sweat, it was just what people called it, because it was kind of, that's how I met my boyfriend as well, because he was the same. I met my boyfriend at school. So yeah, I was such a tomboy, did not wear makeup at school, did not wear makeup in sixth form. I think in sixth form I may have started wearing black mascara in the last few months, literally the last few months. And I didn't proper wear makeup till I went to uni because I was such a tomboy. And I thought at uni I better make the effort. I didn't even wear foundation on a daily basis until last September when I started getting into blogging. Honestly, I didn't wear foundation. So yeah, I was such a tomboy. Number 17, if some of you haven't been following me for a while, I've recently lost 2.5 stone. It was almost 3 stone, but I've been a bit bad over the last few weeks. So from my highest weight to now, so in the last couple of years I've lost 3 stone, but 2.5 stone is what I'm currently at. Mainly through Slimming World. In fact, no, solely through Slimming World. I think I lost half a stone before, and then I lost it all through Slimming World. I'll link my weight loss video below because it explains it. So I don't think any of you have seen me bigger because I've started filming last November and I'd already lost like 1.5 stone by then. But yeah, in fact I'll link my blog post because I've got a before and after photo just in case you want to see what I look like. It's very different, I do look very different. So I went from like a size 16 to a 10 to 12 and I had like massive F boobs to what I am now, which I won't say, but yeah, I was a lot bigger than I am now. Number 18. I have broken my arm. I broke my left arm just below my shoulder. It was like literally just below, like split the bone all the way across and nearly completely off. I fell off a horse. I was in year 4, so what would I have been, 9? 7? 7 or 9? One of those two ages, can't remember. So it was in 1994, about February time. I can't even work out what it was. Yeah, I was 9. Yeah, I broke my arm. I've also smashed my nose a couple of times swimming. I don't know if you noticed, but I've got a bit of a wide nose there. I used to, we used to do swimming. My arm used to go over the side of the pool, and then I smashed my nose, and I did it 3 times in one day, and I had black eyes. So I've smashed my nose, and I have also, this is part of the same fact, it's like what broken bones are about, I've also had a hip operation because I had a car crash 5 years ago. Which leads me on to 19. I'm double jointed. When I had my car accident and I met with doctors and stuff, they told me that I was double jointed because I have this other long-term hip problem that I didn't know about. So I was like, double jointed, isn't that like proper bendy people? Because I'm the least bendy person ever. And he told me I'm double jointed with my elbows and knees, and then I started looking up online what other double jointed things were, and I realised I can do a lot more things. So with my thumbs, if you're not squeamish, my thumbs bend backwards like that. Bit of a weird one. It's a bit of a party trick. I went out the other night and I was showing everyone what my party tricks were. My legs twist. I can get my arm all the way around the back of my head. I can do that with my thumbs. So, yeah, random. But the downsides of being like flexible like that is I have to wear orthopedic insoles in my shoes, which aren't attractive. It's because I've got weird hips, which have twisted my knees and made my feet flat. So you will rarely see me in heels. Heels is like a once a month treat, a handful of times a year treat, because I wear flat shoes because I have to wear insoles. I'm a bit of a geek, so I like numbers and I wear insoles. Okay, I have 4 pets, technically 5, but 1 ran away. I have 2 ducks, as in the ones that go quack, because people think I say dog, but I'm saying ducks. I have 2 ducks that are in the garden. And I had 2 tortoises, one called Henry, one called Munchkin, and the ducks are called Scrooge and Boris because we had a Doris, but she ran away. Number 22, I don't generally drink hot drinks. If I'm drinking a hot drink, it's because I've met someone in Starbucks, mainly Kyla, and they do hot drinks and I'll drink a cup of tea. I would say I drink less than 10 hot drinks a year, and that is usually when I'm socially meeting people. I don't drink hot drinks, my boyfriend doesn't drink hot drinks, our kettle only gets used for making pasta. If I drink a hot drink, I get really hot and I'll be there for half an hour like that. I just don't drink hot drinks, so me and him always drink cold drinks. So some people find that weird, the fact that I don't eat cheese and hot drinks is a bit weird. Okay, so in terms of drinks, my usual tipple for a night out is cider, just because I find it refreshing. My foot's gone numb. But if I'm going for cocktails, my favourite cocktail is a mojito because it's very minty, love it. Okay, the last 2 facts are, it's a bit sad really, but all my best friends don't live where I live. My bestest friend from school moved to Tasmania. My other best friend from school lives in Nottingham. And my best friends from uni live in Sheffield or London. So where I live, all my best friends are far away, so it's usually we have to arrange big meetups because I don't have any female friends local. All my friends are boys here because all my best friends live far away. It's a bit sad. Okay, and the last one is a very random one, but if you've ever seen the film Anastasia, the cartoon, the Disney, is it Disney? I can't remember. But I know word for word when Rasputin sings in the dark of the night. I used to have it on CD. It was this random CD that came out on freedom paper, and I know it word for word. You know the bit where it goes, in the dark of the night, evil will find her. That is the least it will do. In the dark of the night, just before dawn. Know it word for word. Oh my god, I'm obsessed with it. So yeah, just a random one there. I heard someone talk about like random songs that know word for word, and I thought that's the randomest song I know. Me and my friend used to sing it all the time. So yes, In the Dark of the Night by Rasputin from Anastasia. So that's the last one. Did I mention? Yeah, that's 25. So I'll throw in you a bonus one. I don't smoke. I thought of that one earlier, but I'd already written my 25 down, so I don't smoke either. I hate smoking. So that is my random. It didn't have to be random facts, it was just things about me, but I thought random are better. My foot's gone completely numb. So I'll tag you all into it because these are my favourite tags. I love the get to know me tags, all about me tags, things like this, because I think they're a bit random. So yeah, leave your via response below and I'll tag all of you in it. I can't think of anyone off the top of my head right now. Sailor Jenny's not Sailor Jenny anymore. Jenny May, I want you. Lauren, I want you to do the tag. Lauren Alice, Felon, who else we got? That's all I can think of at the top of the moment without having to ramble on. But yeah, I tag you all, so leave your video response below and I will see you in the next video. Bye.